Hello, crafty friends. Welcome back to craftsandcollage.com/gluebooks.com. You can use either one to get here. Someone was asking me because I was chatting in a Facebook group about magazine pillaging, and someone asked me if I would make a quick video on what I look for when I pillage a magazine. Now, I have to tell you that pillaging the Victorian magazines, and I don't have one handy right here, but all those Victorian magazines are sort of a different thing because everything is the same theme. It's all Victorian, so I can pick and choose and set one aside and go back through it, but I never throw books away until I'm absolutely sure I've got everything I want out of them, and then I cut them in half and use them to glue stuff over. Like, you can just turn the page and eventually whatever's left ends up in the recycling bin. But over time, you learn to look for certain things. Sorry about the glare. Magazines are always so shiny. So on the home page, I would keep the word living and the word bold color, like the term bold color, and even mini makeovers I might keep. And I would definitely keep the pictures of the animals and the giraffe. I don't keep pictures of babies very often unless they're vintage, to be honest with you. For some reason I don't. Now, on these two pages, there's really nothing. This is an ad page. This might be a fun semicircle picture for a food page. If you're doing a food page, friends, etc. What year is this? This is modern. Martha Stewart, and it's September 2012. I would definitely keep that leaf, and I would even keep the word month, because you never know. That's why my text box is so stacked up. Now, people ask me all the time where I get the tiny pictures for the tiny glue books that I make, like all these teeny tiny itty bitty pictures. Okay. Now, older magazines are fun because they have those ads for the movies and Columbia House and so on, and book clubs, so that gives you lots of things like that. But in here you can see there's a book page, or a couple of book covers, and there's a very nice picture of fruit. And I know that sounds funny. Even this is a nice picture of a sort of interesting living room. But this picture of fruit, cut that out and save that for your mini books, because it will come in handy. Just like this. See? All of those can be used in a mini glue book. Those are all vintage pictures and stuff. Nothing on here is anything I want. So, I might keep her, but the got milk thing I'm not really fussy on. So, I skim through the first time and I take a look. I would keep the picture of the bonsai tree. My daughter used to grow bonsais. Beautiful, beautiful little rose trees. And see, again, smaller pictures. You can find them at the beginnings of magazines. And usually at the end there's ad pages back here where you can find small pictures that would really, see, come in handy for any of your, oh, cutie pie puppy, any of your glue book pages. And most of the time it's at the back of the magazine. But as far as the front of the magazine, I flip through once, see what I can find. Martha Stewart is lots of home stuff and foods. I keep certain pictures of foods because I do love to do a food spread, like a food double spread glue booking regularly. Again, these are things that can go in a tiny glue book. These are all things you can cut out and add to the tiny glue book pages. So yes, keep an eye for those. Great taste, I would definitely cut out, as well as recipes. I'd keep those texts for sure. I'd even keep the veggie burger text there. And I definitely keep that cow for some reason. Maybe you guys wouldn't, but I would. Again, mini pictures that are actually appealing, stews and warm, hearty meals, things like that. Definitely. There's some pictures of foods I keep, others I don't. Again, smaller pictures. Keep an eye out for those tiny pictures because they can come in handy to fill in a space on a larger one, or to um, every cook. See, I would keep that because every cook, I would do a page with kitchen stuff, and I would love that. See, there are some really nice texts in here, you know, really nice. And some interesting finishes and stuff. Like, I would definitely use that square right there in a glue book. Good Living, for sure, I would keep to use somewhere. Make a Stand, absolutely. I would keep that. That says, make a stand. I would keep that. So that pretty much gives you an idea. I'm not going to drag this video on, but that gives you an idea. See, I'd keep that heart because it looks like a sequined heart. Love at First Sight, absolutely. I would cut that out. Absolutely. Love at First Sight. Yep. Oh, look at that pretty picture. That's gorgeous. See, and then there's again smaller pictures. So what I do honestly is when I first get the magazine, I look through it once and I see what catches my eye immediately, and I usually tear those pages out to set aside to cut those things out later. I don't cut them out of the magazine. I just tear the page out, stack them up. Ooh. Sorry. And then when I'm watching a movie or something, I just sit there and cut the pictures out. I go through it a second time to make sure I'm not missing anything vital that I really liked. And then it goes in a box quite near my shelves and so on, because I'll always grab them for different reasons, and I'll go back through and things like that until I've gotten everything that I can use out of a magazine. It doesn't get cut in half for gluing pages. These are what I'm talking about. You just glue on them, and then you turn it. If it gets sticky, you glue on the next page, and so on. And eventually they go in the recycling bin. But I never throw them directly out. When I'm using a magazine for a glue book, like I did with this one with the Canadian Geographic magazine, that I leave the pages in. Occasionally I'll glue two together or tear one out, depending. These are nice quality pages. You don't have to really do anything with them. But I occasionally take some things that I don't want to cover with pictures out of there that I actually want to save for a glue book. So, or I'll glue around them, like I'll do a page that actually surrounds that picture. But that's how I pillage a magazine, have fun and grab everything. But one word of caution, keep your text in a different area, like a whole container. If you want to sort it from there, that's fine, that's up to you. But make sure you keep your text together, because you'll remember that you had something that was perfect for something and you won't be able to find it. Have a great tomorrow.